There's a teacher that was pretty pivotal in my journey. His name is David Hawkins, and he would always advise people when they were looking for what to do with their life or their purpose or just how to live life. He would tell them to make your life a prayer. Not say a prayer, but to make your life embody what a prayer is. And that might be a little heady. You might have to sit with what that actually means. And so I'm going to offer potentially some guideposts for us to help notice if we are embodying making our life a prayer, where our actions are of service or of connection to something greater. And so there's a book that, I don't know if anyone knows who Lamott is. She wrote a beautiful book on writing called Bird by Bird. Highly recommend it if you're a writer. She wrote this other book. She does some spiritual teaching too. And she wrote this book called Thanks, Help, and Wow. 3 essential prayers. And I haven't read the book, but just the title of the book is in some ways enough. I'm sure Anne writes some beautiful things about that, but when we think of praying and ways to pray, to be of thanks, to thank and be in a state of gratitude, to ask for help, and to be in a state of awe, or to put ourselves in a state of wonder. And I want to, explore these 3 a little bit more, and then do a practice where we tap into how this shows up for you all in your life. If you have done any sort of meditation or self-development, you probably have heard about practicing gratitude, the power of gratitude, whether it's spending some time each day to write down the 5 things you're grateful for, or just to come back to shift out of a scarcity mindset, which is always looking for what we don't have. It's always making us feel like we're not enough and saying, well, if I only have that thing, if I only fix this, if I only got to this place, then I will feel a sense of fullness. And what gratitude allows us to do is to access a state of abundance in the true form of we have enough. We're full, we're okay. And the energy here is that what we appreciate appreciates. So the things that we show gratitude to actually expand. And the other piece of gratitude is to also be thankful, or work to be thankful as much as we can, for the challenges, for the lessons, and seeing life. If we can open to seeing this thing that we don't like, this triggered response, this person that we're not vibing with for whatever reason, and can we open and saying, what is this teaching me, or what can I learn? And it kind of opens us into a thankfulness for the teacher that is our life. Moving into help me. I'm a lone wolf kind of person. I like to do things on my own. I don't love working with people. I don't love people telling me what to do. I feel like I need to do it on my own in so many ways. And so for me, help in the relational sense is really challenging, to let myself receive help from another person, to ask a person for help. It's actually, at least I'll speak for myself, it feels very vulnerable. It feels really vulnerable to ask, hey, can you help me? And it's humbling in the best sense of that word, right? That we don't know. We don't have all the answers. And can we open ourselves up to ask for help? And then the other piece to this is, can we let ourselves receive help. We have such a tough time receiving. You hear it when someone gives someone a compliment and we always deflect it. We don't fully let ourselves receive. And so it's a gift that we give to another person to let them help. And so this could look at actually asking people for help, but it also is asking and having that connection to whatever your source is, or however you relate to something bigger than yourself, to ask and continue asking for that help, asking for the guidance, asking to be shown. And then, wow. What I love about this as a prayer or just a reminder to put ourselves in moments of wow is, I think the biggest transforming thing about it is we are not just thinking about our small selves. Like states of wonder or awe, like let's just using like a sunset, or if we look at the night sky, if we're really open to it, we are connected to the mystery. We are invited into a state of presence, and in that presence, in that connection, we're not so focused on ourselves, right, in the best way possible. We're not so focused on our anxieties, what we have to get figured out, what are jobs that we have. It's like, it's so, if you've ever had this experience, it's like such a relief, like, oh gosh, to not have to be so focused on our day-to-day lives of being human and having this kind of identity. And so help, thanks, and wow. And so I want to ask, which one of those feels like you continually practice, like that feels salient on a day-to-day basis? And which one of those is like, I haven't experienced that, or I don't practice that? And maybe I'll just pause there to just ask the question of what, but thank you, help me, and wow, like where do they show up in your life, or what do you notice not having in your day-to-day?